yes, we're here. Yes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So we're in traffic. Hold on, let's try to do this. Yeah, so we're in traffic, right? See that shit? See that shit? This the Dan Ryan in Chicago. See all this traffic? See how fucked up this shit is? This shit barely even moving. Y'all can't really see. Listen. The long ass line of traffic. This shit ain't even moving. In Chicago drive fucking retarded. Like retarded. Brain dead fucking retarded. What up, people? What up? These motherfuckers here, brain dead retarded. I can't explain my, I done talked about Smith on this channel all the time, Agent Smith from the Matrix. I hope y'all can hear me. I talk about Smith all the time. Normally I try not to leave my house. Let me turn it down. What up, people? What up? Let me turn the AC on. So y'all can hear me. I hope the AC ain't blowing in the damn phone. Y'all gotta let me know if y'all can hear me. Because it's hot as hell. I'm trying to turn this AC on, but if it's blowing too loud, let me know. Because I don't want the sound to mess up. But I'm in traffic and it's Friday. Let me know if y'all can hear me. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Friday traffic. Now, okay, I appreciate it. So normally I don't never leave my house. You gotta. So I try not to leave my house on Friday. I've said this multiple times on the channel. But somehow, some way, it seemed like the rest of the world be trying to move opposite to that shit, and then like everything happens on a fucking Friday. It's like why would you set any appointments for Friday? Why would you say, okay, yo, meet me on Friday? Okay, we gonna link up on Friday. Hey, that party we trying to throw, let's throw it on Friday. It's like, why would you know how much shit? Like Friday is the worst day of the week, literally for multiple reasons. Like you get in traffic, it's a ton of traffic. People getting off work, the weekend about to start. You know what I'm saying? Then you got motherfuckers getting drunk, motherfuckers getting high because they know they ain't gotta work. You know what I'm saying? So you got motherfuckers out here driving drunk. You know, this all happened on Friday. People drunk, driving, people getting paid. You know what I'm saying? So then you go to the bank, it's a long ass line at the bank, everybody trying to cash their check. You know what I'm saying? People cutting each other off, arguing, nitpicking. You go to the gas station, it's a million motherfucking cars at the gas station. Look at, y'all can't see, look at all these fucking cars, man. As I'm talking, just look. Y'all can't really, man, hold on, man. Look at this shit. This shit is not fucking moving. You know what I'm saying? So like, you go to the bank, it's a whole bunch of people at the bank. You go to the gas station, a whole bunch of people at the gas station. You go to the bar, there's a lot of people at the fucking bar. Like, Friday is just crowded, cluttered. Everywhere you look, everywhere you turn. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers smoke weed. We're gonna call it weed man. Weed man be on bullshit, man. I stopped smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? But like, try to call it weed man be on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can imagine if you actually sold weed. Like, that's why another reason I had to stop trying to sell weed. And they're like, Friday, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker call your phone, blow up the phone. Hey, I'm on my way. On the way there, you get pulled over by police, get locked up. You over there waiting for the dude. Dude never even show up. You don't even know why he showed up because even they got locked the fuck up. Police. You know how many fucking ambulance trucks out here? Like, as the sun started to go down, I started hearing more and more ambulance trucks throughout Friday. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, you start hearing police sirens, ambulance sirens. This is my Chicago shit. I don't know what it's like where you at. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So I would never understand why people never seem to pick up on this pattern. Like I'd be like, Joe, how is it that we got a Friday every week, but don't nobody seem to pick up on the fact that that's when the most shit go down. Like, that's when the most bullshit go down. But people still be all trying to do shit on Friday. You know, like, you would think that like we would have some type of conscious collective, like, wait, hold on, it's Friday. Like, man, I want to do that on Friday. It's like, nah, like, people just, it don't never even dawn on people. Like, what I'm explaining to you, like, it make perfect sense. But you got to remember, like, to a motherfucker like me, looking at the rest of the world, that shit is stressful. That's what a lot of trainers I be talking about astrology. Like, I'll be like, man, astrology kind of like bullshit. And they're like, it's like the more you know, you're still surrounded by people who do never even think about this shit. And that's why it'd be hard as hell for me to wrap my mind around the fact that we have a Friday every week, but still nobody ever seen to pick up on the pattern on Friday. Like, people can pick up on the pattern on Monday. Oh, it's Monday. I don't like going to work. It's work. We can start Monday. It's the beginning of the week. Even Wednesday, oh, it's hump day. We over the hump. It's like Friday. What Friday means to a lot of people, by all practical purposes, should not mean, oh, it's Friday. It's time to turn up. It's time to get the fuck out. It's like, hello, this is you in the fucking Matrix, bro. Like, don't you see you front loading the total opposite of what it's about to be? Is, but like, the more you trying to turn up, the more stressed out you're gonna get, because everything is fucking cluttered. Go get some food, go to a restaurant. I went to 3 different restaurants today. Like fucking 15 people all in line. You know what I'm saying? Now mind you, we still kicking on Virgo season. Well, I tell a lot of time people, Virgo season, brutality season. So what I'm saying, it's fucking brutality. Hold on, what the fuck? There we go. So I'm saying, brutality season. You know, what the fuck is brutality season? Brutality season is when, like, Mercury shit, kind of like Gemini season too, like right around when, like around late May, like right after Taurus season. Mind you, really, brutality season kick off like in the middle of Taurus season, like toward the third, fourth week of May. Brutality, you start seeing Mercury kick in. You know what I'm saying? Same shit right now, like around like August 22nd, August 21st, like that week, you start to see brutality shit kick in. You know what I'm saying? So like today, you might notice like your phone, you get all type of weird ass fucking phone calls from motherfuckers you ain't. You're like, what the fuck are you calling me for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, phone be ringing a little bit more. Just as soon as you get over here, it's be a distraction. Somebody fucking distracting you. You get over there, you be like, oh shit. Like today, I was on the E-way with my nigga who fucking ran out of gas on the goddamn E-way. Just today. I was just sitting in the motherfucking car, we motherfucking ran out of gas. You know what I'm saying? Get to where we trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? Might use a ton of fucking traffic. You know what I'm saying? Get to where we're trying to get to. Go up in the motherfucking restaurant fucking packed. Can't even get up in there. You know what I'm saying? Try to go, mind you, this all stemmed from yesterday. I was trying to get my fucking, yesterday I take my car to go get it looked at. I'm like, okay, nigga try to get looked at, I'm gonna bring it back on maybe Saturday, Sunday, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to diagnose the problem, right? This is yesterday. Take my car up there, man, it's the hoopty. I just bought the hoopty, you know what I'm saying, my work car. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the hoopty fixed up, you know what I'm saying, for work. Driving around, my muffler sound like gunshots, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, side note, fucking, this on the 23rd, right on the cusp of when brutality season kick off. I'm at the crib, getting ready to, you know, mind you, I just started this job and shit. I'm trying to, where I'm about to, you know, I ain't really getting in all that. I'm saying, I'm trying to work this motherfucking job. So I'm saying, I just got up in here. I'm saying, I'm just getting ready for work. Motherfucking stepmom called me like, do I need to go to the emergency room? What the fuck you need to go to the emergency room for? She's like, I'm having my nerve up in my leg. I can't move my fucking leg. My leg locking up, and the pain is just unbearable. I need to go get a morphine shot. I'm like, what the fuck? Now mind you, she stayed about 20-30 minutes from my crib. You know what I'm saying? And my job is about another 30 minutes in the total opposite direction, of course. You know what I'm saying? So financially, I had to drop everything I was doing, go pick her up. On the way there, I hit one of these motherfucking Chicago potholes, big ass fucking pothole. Bam, knocked my whole motherfucking Cadillac converter out my car. Loud as hell. I'm like, man, what the fuck? This the first day brutality season kick off. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, what the fuck? So, get her to the hospital. She ended up straight. You know what I'm saying? She worked through it. You know what I'm saying? She out the hospital now, so she's good. You know what I'm saying? So, whole time I'm trying to get my motherfucking muffler fixed. Now I'm driving around my muffler loud as hell. That's what I take the shit up there yesterday. That dude look at it so he can tell me what's going on. Matter of fact, before that, I took it to another place. You know what I'm saying? I take it up there. I'm like, Joe, I gotta get my fucking muffler fixed. They put this shit up on the shit. You know, yeah, it's gonna cost you about $1,800. I'm like, Joe, how the fuck a muffler gonna cost $1,800? I'm like, well, because you fucked up your Cadillac converter. Cadillac converter gonna cost you $1,800. And this one really hit me. I'm like, this is why motherfuckers be stealing Cadillac converters. And Cadillac converters is a lick. Like in Chicago, motherfuckers be literally go up on your car and steal a whole goddamn Cadillac converter. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. So like, when the fuck did Cadillac converters turn $1,800? So I'm like, fuck that. I ain't about to get your ass. My brother called me and said, look, take this shit all the way to the north side to my guy. He gonna hook you up. So I drive it all the way the fuck up to the north side. Mind you, this like an hour and 10 minutes from where I'm from, just to save money on my fucking Cadillac. I take it all the way up there, right? Just to get it diagnosed. I'm gonna bring it back on another day. So I'm telling him, look, just take it out. Let me know what I need. I gotta go to work. So I'm saying, let me know what I need. I'll bring it back maybe Saturday or Sunday. Say, okay, cool. I drop it off, I go get something to eat. I come back. This motherfucker got all the goddamn parts scattered. Like, this nigga literally took my whole fucking muffler apart. It's all the shit sitting on the floor. I'm like, Joe, I just wanted you to tell me what the fuck. He's like, yeah, because I ain't got no way back home. Now, mind you, I'm an hour away from my crib. This nigga that took the whole muffler. I'm like, what the fuck? I just asked you to tell me what. He's like, yeah, so it's going to be a Cadillac converter. I'm like, motherfucker, I already know that. He's like, yeah, but you don't need a new Cadillac converter. I know how to actually open up the Cadillac converter and fix the Cadillac converter. I'm like, damn, you can do that? He's like, yeah. He's like, really, Cadillac converter is some bullshit, because it's like a $30 thing sitting up in the Cadillac converter that really need to be changed. Everything else is just the manifold that attaches to the car. That's what you're really paying all that money for. It's just the metal, the way they design the metal attaches to your car, but you can actually open up the Cadillac converter and just fix the Cadillac converter. I'm like, no shit, but at the same time, how the fuck am I supposed to get home? All right, that's good to know, but now I'm stuck all the way on the fucking north side. You know what I'm saying? So I had to fucking go through a ton of shit just to get all the way the fuck back home. I get home, my boy come pick me up today, drive me the fuck back up there to go get the car. Motherfucking his car run out of gas. You see what I'm saying? Shit like that. It's brutality season. It's like, how do you even, like, mind you, this story, like, to somebody just listening to this, it just sound like it's like, okay, where is he going with this? It's like, no, I'm showing you what brutality season. It's like one thing after another, like, you don't even know where to begin to tell a story. You're like, okay, like, they be like, what the fuck happened? You be like, mind you, motherfucker go to jail tonight. Like, it's gonna be at least, like in Chicago, it's gonna be at least, 100, maybe 200 people get locked up tonight throughout the whole city of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow morning when they wake up and get on the phone, they be like, what happened? When they go to explain that story under brutality season, they're gonna start to tell the story. They're like, wait a minute, hold on, I gotta go back to tell you how they led to. Wait a minute, hold on, then I gotta go back before that. Wait, hold on, then I gotta go back before that. It's like, you don't even know where to begin the story, because there's so many fucking, like, Smith be all in the damn, in the ether with it. Like, you be like, wait a minute, you don't even start connecting the dots, so you try to explain the story, and then all the dots finally connect. That's why motherfuckers need therapy. A lot of times, you go see a therapist, you sit down, you start talking about shit, and then you start seeing how different dots connect, and Smith be right there, then Smith was right there. Ben Smith was right there. Ben Smith was right there. Like, yo, that's like 5-6 levels of distortion of Smith. Like, right, that's a fucking brutality, nigga. That's like, or the Mexicans say, a package. When they come at your ass from like 4-5 different angles all at the same time, so you don't even know where to begin to tell the story. You're like, man, this whole shit is for right. Brutality season, mercury on your motherfucking neck. The average motherfucker don't have the vocabulary to Christianity outside of Africa. Okay. Average motherfucker do not have a vocabulary to even be able to explain this shit. Average motherfucker just tweak out and go, like, under the mass shooting act, just go grab a motherfucking fucking gat and start blasting in the motherfucking crowd. That's where we at now. Like, fuck all that communication shit. Fuck trying to explain shit. Like, just go get the AK-47 and start dumping. You know what I'm saying? That's why every time you look up now, you see a motherfucking mass shooting. Because people can't get through brutality season. Let me try to explain. After all, you can start explaining shit, and motherfucking nerve kicking. You like, man, fuck this shit, Joe. I'm about to start blasting. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not advocating mass shooting. So I'm just saying, like, we in a climate now. People talk about all the time, mental illness is real. Mental illness. People need to talk about not just mental illness. What they call that shit? They say mental illness, but also like mental health. Oh yeah, people need to be more about mental health. Then just as soon as the motherfucker who got mental illness, who need mental health, he start explaining shit for his place, you start looking at that motherfucker like he crazy. So I'm saying, like, dog, that motherfucker ain't crazy. That motherfucker trying to explain to your ass. Motherfucker, I start realizing that people got their own, like, especially like in astrology and shit like this. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like to smoke in the Matrix, you look like you got a fucking mental illness. Like, the more you know about fucking astrology, the more you know about spiritual shit, motherfuckers are looking at you like you crazy. You know what I'm saying? You like, don't know, this motherfucker ain't crazy. This motherfucker actually got the vocabulary. Your ass, motherfucker, listen to be dumb as hell. So, the more you try to explain, the more you end up pissing your own self off, because you actually know what the fuck you talking about, and you know how to actually verbalize it, but you trying to explain that shit to a motherfucker who ain't had no training, who ain't had no type of understanding on no spiritual systems, no spirituality, none of that shit at all. You sitting there talking to a motherfucking dog. Like Post said, motherfucker got dog ears. Like, it look like a human being, but the motherfucking ears is like a damn animal. Just as soon as you go explain this shit, motherfucker don't hear what you saying. They listening like a fucking animal. So you're like, okay, I got all this motherfucking information. And you add spirituality into this shit. You sitting there trying to explain this shit. to somebody who already got their mind made up about, oh, this motherfucker crazy. You know what I'm saying? They sit there and smile, oh yeah, okay, right, yeah, sure. Like, you ain't listening to what the fuck I'm saying. You don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm saying right in your face and they're talking and you can't even, mind you, we call SRC lit, spiritual retro confabulation, SRC. Confabulation is like, if you don't know what a confabulation is, that's like a false memory. You know what I'm saying? So like, you be thinking that motherfucker know, you know what I'm saying, but they don't know. Like, just because you know, you like confabulation, like, okay, like a motherfucker who got dementia. Like, say you got dementia, or you know somebody with dementia, and they start saying some shit like, oh yeah, I went to see my doctor on Tuesday, and he checked my heart, and he gave me a full evaluation, I'm good to go. Motherfucker look up like, Joe, you didn't go to the doctor on Tuesday, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, yeah, I did, I went to see my doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you didn't. But in their mind, that shit really happened. That's called a confabulation. Like, motherfucker got dementia, like a memory that, like, it felt really as hell, but like, yo, that shit never happened. You know what I'm saying? That's called a confabulation. So spiritual retro confabulation, it's like, what the fuck? Right, SRC, call it SRC for short. Spiritual retro confabulation is like when you be thinking spiritually, motherfuckers is right there where you at with the thought. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you whatever sign you are, you be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, water sign, fire sign, air sign, whatever. Like, you might be aware of your triggers. You might be aware of you got spirituality, you do your inner work, you be aware. So then you start talking to the next motherfucker thinking that just because you aware, they're aware, and be like, nah, nigga, like, that's why astrology is so ill. And they're like, when you don't know astrology, when you don't have no spiritual systems, you kind of, by default, think that everybody think how you think. You're like, oh, well, I would have did it like this, Democrat, but like a Virgo motherfucker be like, man, I wouldn't have did that. I would have did it like this. Like, yeah, but you talking to a Pisces motherfucker, the total opposite. Like, they don't give a fuck about none of the details. They looking at like a belief system or like motherfucking fantasy. They don't give a fuck about the details. And the more you focus on the details, the more you fucking up the fantasy. And just as vice versa. Like a Pisces motherfucker be like, man, I wouldn't have did that like that. Like, right, when you sitting there talking to a Virgo, the Virgo motherfucker is paying attention to detail. They don't give a fuck about all that abstract shit you talking about. Like, it's got to be clear and precise so they can analyze. You know what I'm saying? And like, when you don't have no spiritual system, by default, you be thinking, well, because I would have did it this way, anybody else would have did it this way. Like, no, that's the total opposite. So when you start adding confabulations into that shit, you know what I'm saying? Especially somebody who's doing spiritual system, you get so deep into the astrology shit, you start walking around telling yourself that it's your family, your friends, and everybody else, just because you've been studying, they were right there where you at, and you start talking, you get comfortable, you start talking about shit like, man, this the whole time motherfucker be sitting there looking at you like you crazy. And in your mind, you have under the false memory act, you like, oh, well, yeah, he's on point, he's listening to what I'm saying, we on the same page. Like, no, nigga, that's a false memory. That motherfucker is not on the same page you on. You having SRC, spiritual retro confabulation, you creating false memories around situations that you done had, thinking that motherfuckers is right there with you in the spiritual system that you on, and motherfuckers don't have they actually looking at you like you fucking crazy. That's why, what the fuck, why is this dude on my ass like that? So I'm saying, that's why you can't, that's why, you know what I'm saying, I'm talking about tea time, like, you gotta sip the tea, like, you put a motherfucker, it's like, you better off learning how to be you better off learning how to be an actor. You know what I'm saying? And just sign on, just want to address what the motherfucker talking about Christianity in the beginning of Africa. You know what I'm saying? If you read the Bible, you go to Acts 8. You know what I'm saying? The first person who was baptized, go to Acts 8. His name was Simeon Bachos in Ethiopia. The first Christian, right? He was a Jew. He was a proselyte. He was a black Jew. He was like an African dude who was converted into Judaism, but then he was converted into Christianity. The first person was from Ethiopia. His name was Simeon Bachos. He was under the Queen Candace. It's in Acts 8. So then go to Acts 8. They'll tell you, read, okay, who was the first Christian in? You know what I'm saying? It was a black dude from Ethiopia named Simeon Bachos. You know what I'm saying? He took the gospel into Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you do the history on Ethiopia, it's two different histories of Christianity. You got Simeon Bachos, who's in Acts 8. This is around, 30, 40 AD. It's around 30, maybe 40 AD. You know what I'm saying? When they brought Christianity into Ethiopia. You go look up the actual history of Christianity in Ethiopia. They'll tell you that shit didn't begin until around 3, maybe 400 AD. When some missionaries came into Ethiopia and started spreading. That's when basically Roman Catholic type Christianity started, you know what I'm saying, entering Ethiopia into what's the name of the city? I want to say Axis, but that ain't the name of Axum. Is it Axum? You know what I'm saying? The city that they went to, it's like some Christopher Columbus shit. It's like they discovered Christianity in Ethiopia when it's like, no, Christianity had already been there for 300-400 years before they even got there. So I'm saying, if you read Acts 8, where it's actually in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta, if you do the research, you'll see what I'm saying is 100% true. You know what I'm saying? Rome, so like Rome, the Vatican, they didn't start getting a lot of that stuff until what they call it, the Council of Nicaea, which was years, like, you know what I'm saying, years after Acts 8. He already took that. He already took the spiritual systems in Christianity. He already took that into Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying? The matter of fact, the Vatican, the whole. I said this before on the channel. The whole way that they pick the Pope, when they go in there and they vote and then they put the smoke coming out the chimney, that came from not ancient. They came from Ethiopia systems of how they used to pick the bishop. You know what I'm saying? The person who was gonna run the air. That whole system came from Ethiopia. If you go look up. A lot of times you might see pictures of the Pope kissing a black Jesus, like he kissing the feet, they call it the Black Madonna. You know what I'm saying? Which is really Oshun. You know what I'm saying? Which is really like witchcraft, like, you know what I'm saying? Or Yoruba. You know what I'm saying? But Oshun became the Virgin Mary, the Black Madonna, through what they call fusion, spiritual fusion. You go look this up. You know what I'm saying, religious fusion, where they fuse together. So like Yoruba, this was in Nigeria. You know what I'm saying, like Nigerian spiritual systems, Yoruba. You know what I'm saying? They took when Roman Catholics started to flourish, a lot of the spiritual systems like Yoruba, things like that, they didn't want to give up their original system, so they started to merge it with Roman Catholic. That's what Dominican, like you look up the Dominican branch of Roman Catholic, that's what they do. Dominican Catholics merge basically like voodoo with Roman Catholic Christianity. You know what I'm saying? But all of that really came from Africa. That whole spiritual system came from Africa. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said to this day you'll see the Pope bowing down to a black Virgin Mary or the Black Madonna. Like you go to church in Rome. Like say me and you went to the Vatican and we sat down in Sunday service. You know what I'm saying? You look up, they're gonna have a white Jesus on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Out in the public square. But like where the Pope, when he go back behind closed doors, you know what I'm saying? All the pictures inside the Vatican, it's all black Jesus, all Black Madonna. You know what I'm saying? But to the public, they put the white Jesus up there. You know what I'm saying? Because even the Vatican know that all of that stemmed from, you know what I'm saying, early African systems, hundreds of years before the Vatican came and took it to Rome. You see what I'm saying? So Christ himself walked around Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? You read, was it Acts 1:8? I think it's Acts 1:8. Where they talk about, not Antioch, but the places where it first, Judea, the places where Christianity first spread after Christ died. That's all listed in Acts. I think it's like Acts 1:8, maybe Acts 1:9, something like that. You go look it up, they'll tell you. So I'm saying how it left from Jerusalem and spread throughout the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? So Christianity technically didn't begin in Africa, but the seeds was planted in Ethiopia first before anybody accepted. Like Jesus was not accepted in Jerusalem. He definitely wasn't accepted in Rome. What you call Cornelius, which is like Acts 10. But like the first place that they actually openly received the gospel of Jesus Christ and spread it throughout the land was in Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that's where the Ark of the Covenant is to this day. You know what I'm saying? You go Google, where's the Ark of the Covenant? They'll tell you it's in Africa. I'm not even talking about Menelik, the first Menelik, the second Queen of Sheba. All that stuff is all in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And they'll tell you how like that stuff left. Oh no, boy, crib, we're gonna smoke this cigar. Man, this ain't weed. This is a. But yeah, I just want to clear that up. You know what I'm saying? If you do the research, though, go to Acts 8. And just go to Google, like who was the first baptized Christian? Because mine, a lot of times they'll tell you it's Cornelius. They'll skip past. They won't even acknowledge. They don't even acknowledge Simeon Bacchus. They'll tell you it was Cornelius. It's an Italian guy. Because they don't consider the Ethiopian. They consider him a Jew sometimes. You know what I'm saying? When he not black, I mean, when they don't want him to Christian, they'll say, well, no, he was a Jew first. You know what I'm saying? But then even the Jews don't accept him because he was black and he was a eunuch. So like they like to pick and choose when or when not he was the first Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like when it benefits the narrative of the Italians being the first Christians, they'll say that, well, no, he was a Jew, so he don't really count as a baptized Christian. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, the Jews ain't claiming him either. You know what I'm saying? So he's kind of like an enigma. Yeah, but technically, not technically, factually, he was the first baptized Christian. Look at dog bugging. But yeah. So if y'all got no other questions, I think we get the fuck out of here. Let me see. Top chat, 9, super chat. Okay. Yeah, I heard a young Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? He under the Virgo verse. I think his birthday might be coming up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he had Aquarius moon. I think anybody with Aquarius moon is fucking retarded, dude. I think that's the worst moon you could probably have. Like, mind you, Pisces moon, I think it's kind of fucked up too, but like, I think you can kind of like, in this world, it's still better to have a Pisces moon than a fucking Aquarius moon. Especially if you're a female, like any female with Aquarius moon, man, that shit is like shit. Cause like my boy Jay said, he's like, man, Aquarius know better. So like when you got Aquarius moon, you think you know, but you don't know. Like mind you, Aquarius, even Aquarius sun, a lot of Aquarius suns think they know, but they don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got Aquarius moon, you got that shit real bad. So like, mind you got Virgo. Like me, mind you, I'm Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? But I got a Virgo North Node. I got Virgo ascendant. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was watching Lazy Motherfucker the other day, he was breaking down. He was like, your North Node is basically where the fuck you retarded at. He was like, it's like the area in your life where you keep making the same mistakes over and over again. You see what I'm saying? And he was saying too, like, if you don't know, like, unless you do some type of occult work, or like, unless you do spiritual system, you not, like, every motherfucker don't even know they North Node. Like, you might know your sign, but like, you gotta do you gotta do real work to even know you. Like, you gotta know what time you was born, you gotta know the location, you gotta know a lot of shit to even discover your North Node. Most people in this world don't never discover their North Node. You know what I'm saying? So like, at the same time, because they never discovered, that's the same area of their life where they kind of like fucking retarded it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like like a friend of mine, I just discovered he had Cancer North Node. You know what I'm saying? And like when I found that shit out, that shit made hella sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, like, okay, like that make a lot of sense, because like, you know, even though his sun sign is what it is, you can still see a lot of the Cancerian traits, and then like the where his life is moving toward like family and structure, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like they tell you your South Node is like your opposite. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, it's like where you came from. You know what I'm saying? Or like where the fuck you trying to get away from. That's why, like, you know what I'm saying, man, I got North Node. So like, if you notice, like on this page, like the first page that really went viral, I mean the first video that really went viral was why I hate Pisces. You know what I'm saying? So like, you can understand like how motherfucker with North Node don't fuck with Pisces like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know this till later on, till I found out. I was like, damn, that's why I don't fuck with Pisces like that, because I got Virgo North Node. I didn't find that shit out till years later. You know what I'm saying? So by me not knowing that I had Virgo North Node, you know what I'm saying, I was doing a lot of Virgo type shit without knowing, like, man, hold on, this some Virgo shit. Like, I'm kind of fucking retarded in this area. Like, I kind of see, I was like, man, I'm kind of fucking, like, I be acting like a Virgo sometimes. Like, when I tweak out, a lot of times, it be on some Virgo shit. Like, and I started to notice that shit, like, damn, like, okay, like, yeah, I'm a Aquarius, but a lot of the details I be paying attention to, like, people tell me in the comment section, man, you paying attention to the wrong shit. Like Kanye got a song. We say you focus on the wrong thing, baby. Don't worry about it. My Mercury shit. Like, you so say you focus. I don't think you say you focus. We say you worry about the wrong thing, and that's what I kind of see. Like under the Virgo North Node, motherfucker be kind of worried about the wrong shit, like the wrong details. But like, I'm not an actual Virgo in the flesh. Like, I'm Aquarius looking at this shit. So it's like, though, somebody need, like, it's hard for me not to say something like, Joe, like, no, I'm gonna say that shit. you start to realize that Virgo North Node kick in. It's like, Joe, I'm kind of retarded in this area. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like until I mastered that shit, I was gonna be kind of stuck right there. So like I'd be watching Virgos, like Young Pharaoh, not just Young Pharaoh, but like fired nigga. They just fired a Virgo nigga. You know what I'm saying? Doing shit the right way. Like it's crazy. Like he was the type of motherfucker, like if they did shit wrong, like he was still in training. Like when you go to any job, typically they put you on probation. So like where I'm at, they got 6-month probation. You know what I'm saying? So this nigga made it to like 2 weeks before he was about to be off probation. They fired that nigga literally 2 weeks before. He was in there for like 5 months and fucking 3 weeks. And that nigga had 1 more week before he made 6 months. He's gonna be off probation. He had a union back in, everything. They fired that nigga a week before he got out. You know what I'm saying? So when motherfuckers look at it, they like, okay, so why the fuck they fired? Because they was telling him to do shit that was total opposite of what the fuck he's supposed to be doing. And like that nigga, when he would go say something, man, how we supposed to do that shit? They be looking at him like, man, just go along with it. Just do what the fuck we telling you to do. And he's like, okay. At the same time, y'all telling me do shit by the book, but at the same time, y'all going against the book and y'all training me the wrong way. So it's like, I don't know if I should say something or not. And like under the Virgo Act, this nigga would say some shit every time. So they start looking at him eventually like, man, this motherfucker being difficult. He's like, I ain't being difficult. I'm doing what the fuck y'all tell me to do by the book. And then they start looking like he was complaining all the time. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up firing that nigga. Now, mind you, so I'm coming behind this whole shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the same shit. Like they start throwing me the same type of scenario. They're like, okay, do this shit by the book. So I'm saying you go to do it by the book. Then they come behind you like, well, no, we're gonna make an exception. We need you to do it this time. And I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. And then later on, the supervisor be like, well, why did you do that wrong? I'm like, Joe, they told me to do that shit. Like, that ain't what the book say. And you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna go strictly by the book. And then the motherfucking they come tell you, okay, do such. You're like, well, they told me not to do that. They say go by the book. They're like, yeah, fuck the book. I need you to do whatever I'm saying. I'm like, Joe, hold on, this some bullshit. I kind of saw what the Virgo nigga was going through. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, Joe, like, okay, I can't tweak. Cause like I kind of see like, Joe, they got me set up under the Virgo like my area Virgo ascendant. I'm looking at this shit like, okay, what did I'm not a Virgo though. You know what I'm saying? I could look at it like, okay, what did the actual Virgo do? The Virgo motherfucker, he kind of he looked difficult because he didn't know how to communicate that shit. Mind you, especially he don't even really know he a Virgo like that. Like motherfucking Virgo just be especially when they don't know, they just be tweaking off the wrong shit. Like you know what I'm saying? So like me, I look at mind you, my mama Virgo. You know what I'm saying? I be watching Virgos. You know what I'm saying? I watch them be overcritical about the wrong shit. I watch them, you know what I'm saying, focus on the wrong shit a lot of times. And like I notice like whenever I start doing that shit, I'll be like, hold on, like, right, this that shit. Like this that shit. I'm not a Virgo. I'm fucking Aquarius. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I look at Young Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying? Part of me, I look at that nigga like I kind of, it's like a part of, like when I look at Young Pharaoh, I kind of see myself in that nigga. Like if I hadn't known, like, cause a lot of like, this a nigga who swear he right. You know what I'm saying? And like he is right from his perspective, but like under the Virgo mind, under the Mercury mind, under brutality season, this motherfucker can't look outside of his own area looking at shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Virgos like that. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers gonna be straight, though, if you don't do this shit or not. Like you thinking that just cause you in here that everything gonna fall apart because you're not. It's like, no, motherfuckers gonna be straight either way. You know what I'm saying? Like you motherfucker be over analyzing shit. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that it's about them. Like, no, it ain't really about you. You just think that way because you. You know what I'm saying? But we was here before you got here, and we're gonna be here after you got here. So your best thing is to learn how to do is fucking fit in. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to over criticize everything that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And like Young Pharaoh could have been great. You know what I'm saying? Until you know, you follow the channel, you know the story. That shit turned into a train wreck. You know what I'm saying? But he could have been ill as hell. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't a Virgo, especially with Aquarius moon. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker would have sat the fuck back. You see on this channel, I didn't sat the fuck way back. Like, I don't be trying to go viral like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be trying to get a whole bunch of subscribers. Like, I come on here, say my piece. You know what I'm saying? It helped me get through the shit I'm going through, and I be done with it. I don't give a fuck, motherfucker, watch that shit or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just be a way for me to document the shit I be going through. Like, you know what I'm saying? If somebody come along and they verify it or they say it's true, and I like, great, I'm glad that you can learn from it. But ultimately, like I said, I make this channel really, this shit really for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just happen to watch. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, this shit really, so I don't tweak out. You know what I'm saying? And there's a growth process, like there's a maturity process, you know what I'm saying, in this channel too. That you, if you know you've been following me for a while, you see like I've fallen back on a lot of this shit, on a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, I don't go hard, like this channel don't go hard like that under the social media act. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, I think social media is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be fucking fake views, fake followers, motherfuckers, all type of antics and shit. Like, you be following somebody for a while, then like Young Pharaoh, and all of a sudden they start doing all type of antics and all type of others. You're like, hold on, what the fuck this got to do with fucking Pan-Africanism? What the fuck? Like I remember when Young Pharaoh was running around with SETI, talking about some Pan-African shit. So then that nigga look up, and he got white bitches all in the crib and shit, and like I'm like, wait, hold on, Joe, like this ain't Pan-African. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like what you realize is like that's who that motherfucker was the whole time. Like in the Bible say, Satan been sinning from the beginning. Satan been sinning from the beginning. So what you looking at now is just how this shit played all the way out. But like that's who that motherfucker was the whole time. And it'd be like that with a lot of people. Like you kick it with a motherfucker for a couple days, and y'all be kicking it, and all of a sudden motherfucker come at you like about 3-4 days later, they be like, Joe, man, I need you to help you pay my rent. Like, man, that's why you been kicking it with me this whole time? You know what I'm saying? That's why you been all nice. That's why you been trying to come hang out with me, because you trying to figure out how to ask me for some money. You know what I'm saying? The reality was that motherfucker wanted to ask you that shit the whole time. It's just they were just waiting for the right opportunity to do it. Like, motherfucker was like that from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just like that now, 4-5 days later. Like, that was a whole play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this who, like, the motherfuckers show you their true colors. You know what I'm saying? Later on. But like, trust and believe, that's who they was the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, Satan been sinning from the beginning. This ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at motherfucker lower self, that's they lower self from the whole time. That's who the fuck Young Pharaoh was before that shit even played out the way it played out. So I'm saying that's who the motherfucker is. So I'm saying, like, mind you, that nigga don't be talking about spiritual system like Virgo and like the astrology and like overcoming those types of lower self traits and shit like that. That motherfucker don't be on that shit. That's why when you label shit under, when you don't label shit under, like, people put shit in black and white. You know what I'm saying? People put shit male and female. People put shit according to you know what I'm saying, nationalities, shit like that. Like, especially America love to put shit in black and white, like black race, white race, like you can't look at shit like that. So I'm saying, like you can when you're younger, like, you know what I'm saying, but like as you start to grow older and you start to realize, like, it don't matter male, female, black, white, none of it, like you know what I'm saying, when you go into the zodiac, so I'm saying the zodiac, it kind of show you motherfuckers demons in real time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it don't matter if that motherfucker black or white. Like, this what the fuck this motherfucker really under. Like, you will always see that them, like, if that motherfucker ain't got no spiritual system, you will always see that zodiac side come to the surface. You will always see that shit. No matter race, sex, color, creed, ethnic background, job, none of that shit. Like, if a motherfucker ain't overcame their lower self traits, eventually, like, that's who the fuck they are. That's who they always have been. You know what I'm saying? That's why it be, a lot of times, like, I be fucking people's head up, cause like I be like, man, hold on, Joe, like, this an act. Like, I can see the act from before they even start acting. You know, you be like, Joe, this a play. This ain't even who the fuck this motherfucker really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he trying to cover up something. Like, so this a play. So I'm saying, hold on, what it say? Capricorn, you heard of Young Pharaoh? Yeah, Virgo, Stella in the 6th house. That's a lot of Virgo energy. My mom's an Aries. Moon is more, you know, personally, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker moon sign, motherfuckers don't know. It's one thing when motherfucker is aware of this shit versus when they not. You know what I'm saying? You know, or like or even when, or you aware. Like, if only one party is aware and the other person not, it's great when they both is aware and you can actually communicate on that level. But like, if only one person is aware, a lot of times it's better, to me, it's better to go by the sun sign than the moon sign. So I'm saying, cause like, motherfuckers is retarded. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, let's say North Node shit, motherfuckers be all the way retarded in them areas. They don't even know they retarded. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, mind you, I'm in Chicago. Certain areas you may go to where the moon may stand out, like where like it ain't as much crazy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, if you in a big ass city somewhere, you know what I'm saying, they got public transportation, shit like that. Like, you see a motherfucker on a bus, a motherfucker on a train, like homeless people out on the street and shit like that. But like, it's like the Matrix. Like you can smell the Matrix. Like when Smith said, he was like, well, he was like, it's the smell. And like when they had Morpheus tied up and all, he was looking out the window, he was like, look at the beauty. He was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here though. He was like, He's like, it's the smell of this place. It's like that. Like you can smell the like them type of cities where you can smell the matrix in the air. Like motherfucker be cooking pork and bacon and like motherfucker be frying chicken and shit. Like on like and the whole block smell like barbecue and like be liquor store on every block with a bunch of churches and cash check places in between. Like on every fucking block. Like them type of areas, the sun sign is always gonna be more powerful than the moon sign. Cause like it the matrix pull that shit out, it pull your ego, like it make your ego come to the surface. You know what I'm saying? When you, like I said on Friday, like we talking about today, Friday, Smith Day, like Smith Day ain't gonna bring somebody moon sign out. That shit gonna bring a motherfucker sun sign out. That shit gonna make a motherfucker react. Like, or even a Mars, like the Mars area. You know what I'm saying? Like in Chicago, like I wouldn't look at the moon sign first. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's anything I say that's more pertinent than the sun sign is like where the Mars placements is at. You know what I'm saying? Especially like in an area like a big ass population, like the matrix be on the motherfucking neck all day. You gotta look at their Mars sign and like their sun sign. You know what I'm saying? Because like you look at the strength card. You know what I'm saying? Number 8 in Tarot. The strength card is a woman taming a lion. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were like, that's strength. You know what I'm saying? So like when you know a motherfucker's Mars placement, you know what I'm saying? And especially when you into it with a motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might be at a disagreement, but you know they Mars placement. It's like playing chess. Like, it's like you could, that's strength. Like, you can actually tame. Like, you tell me, okay, you got Mars Gemini. You know, me and you get into it under the Mars Gemini Act. When I give your ass a new phone, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man, here go a new phone. Here go the new iPhone. You know what I'm saying? And we beefing. In the middle of a beef, I pull out a phone, like, hey, man, I bought you a phone. You know what I'm saying? It's got all the new apps and all that shit in it. Like a Mars Gemini, motherfucker be like, whoa. Like, you know what I'm saying? Versus me, you know what I'm saying, giving you a card. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you a card. Like, that's some, like, motherfucker got Mars and Cancer, some shit like some sentimental shit. Like, motherfucker Mars and Gemini gonna need, like, some type of technology or some type of, like, so, oh, I got you a PS5. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got you a gift card for the motherfucking Xbox network. You go in there and buy a couple games. So, hey, I got you a full subscription to Spotify, a title, or, like, HBO Max. So, I got you a Netflix subscription, some shit like that. Like, where it's gonna hit that Gemini nerve. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker be like, whoa, like, that's strength. Like, you look at the 8th card, the strength is like taming that Mars energy. Like, when you know how to kind of not troll it per se, but tame it. So I'm saying, like, in an area like where I'm at, Chicago, shit like that is essential. Like, motherfuckers don't even know that they need to know that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you come at a motherfucker the wrong way, like, you know what I'm saying, and offend somebody when you ain't even trying to offend them. You trying to put a motherfucker on game, they end up getting offended. And you be like, man, what the fuck wrong with you? You don't know this motherfucker got Mars and Aries. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, shit. Like, this motherfucker in the front of the thought anyway. And, like, this other thing, especially Mars, motherfuckers who got Mars and Aries, whatever they think about you, or it's like say shit like Mars and Taurus, like whatever the fuck they think about you, that's what the fuck they gonna think. It ain't no change in their mind. Like me, I'm sitting there with white on. I got on a white hat, white t-shirt. Motherfucker Mars and Aries, oh yeah, with a white hat, that's nigga with the white shirt on. Like, that's what I'm gonna be forever. No matter how I try to persuade them, like, no, I'm this, I'm that. Like, no, nigga, that's the white hat nigga. The nigga with the white hat. Like, I'm forever gonna be the nigga with the white hat. That's it. Like, I ain't coming out of it. Like, in their mind, I'm not coming up out of that shit. You see what I'm saying? So, shit like that, you get good at nurturing that type of energy. You get good. You know what I'm saying? You be like, you avoid a lot of drama, a lot of beef, a lot of, like I said, ego born into the surface, especially during brutality season. Motherfucking Mercury shit cracking, Virgo shit cracking. Like, you need that type of shit. You see what I'm saying? You definitely need that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let me get the fuck out of here. Let me see. Yeah, Leo energy. You say you got Leo rising. You know what I'm saying? Leo rising is you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be hard for motherfuckers not to see that the shit ain't about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see it on my other no, hold on. The motherfucker said, I see it on the video, like, yo, everything ain't about you. We doing a fire sign, motherfucker kind of make shit about them, it ain't even about them. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Leo rising, try to put you at the center of your own story. You know what I'm saying? More so than, you know, other, you know, people to help get you there. So, you know, you gotta kind of it's good to have good leadership skills. You know what I'm saying? But it's great to be a team player. You know what I'm saying? And you know, not put yourself above the I try to be right there with the team. You know what I'm saying? Like even though like, a lot of times I end up fighting. Like Michael Jordan, Aquarius, he used to end up fighting. Like my boy was telling me the other day, motherfucker be fighting. You know what I'm saying, on the team. You know what I'm saying? But it's still the team. They still got out there win the championship. You look at motherfucker like Kobe Bryant. I forget what his Leo placement was. Like, you know what I'm saying? But Kobe under the Virgo Act, you know what I'm saying? Kobe was the first motherfucker to get up in front of the press and criticize his own team in front of the press. Now, Jordan would never do no shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jordan, he always took personal responsibility. The team lost, he would take responsibility. Team won, he put it on the team. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it wasn't me, it was a team effort. So I'm saying, but when they lose, oh yeah, it was me. I should have did this one. Like, so he would. That's some Aquarius shit. So I'm saying, Virgo, you know, 6th house, 5th house type shit. A lot of times it be about them. Like, oh yeah, you guys play the game. Yeah. I was trying to dumb it. Like, you motherfucker come out there talking like a boxer. Like he was the only motherfucker out there. Yeah, I tried to come with the left and we tried to go this way. So I realized I had to adjust and shit. Like, you motherfucker won't even mention the team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they get so in their mind, they forget, you know, like how to you know, make it like it was a team effort. They look at it, yeah, like you like they the coach type shit, like, or they the manager. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Joe, you not the manager. You on the same team we on. You just acting like you the motherfucking manager. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, you gotta be in the collective a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I forget what Kobe. Man, I looked that shit up. I forget what his Leo placements were. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I think Kobe birthday was just the other day. I think it was on the 23rd. I think it was August 23rd. I think it is. You know what I'm saying? He like 1, maybe 2 degree Virgo. Shit. If I'm thinking this right, maybe like 1 degree, maybe 2 degree Virgo. I think. So I'm saying, so he still got that Leo. He like that around the cusp. That Leo Virgo energy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go run some errands. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate chopping up with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't really come on here too much. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all got any questions, make sure you leave in the comments. If you ain't never seen the channel before, make sure you like, subscribe, all that good shit. Or don't. I really don't give a fuck. Either way. Like I said, I really make this shit for me. Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all too. This is some shit that I don't really, you know what I'm saying, try not to say on this channel too much, but you did.